Good morning, everybody. Good morning for you. It's afternoon for me. I have this paper, Live and Let Grow, by Jen Hadfield, and it's American Crafts. And this came from Tuesday morning before they went out of business. And I thought I would just use it to make a card. There's toppers in it. And sometimes that's a good way to make a card, is to just use the toppers. So we're gonna do a card using this paper pack. Oh, look at this. Look. Love it. Let's see. Look at the birds. Here's some wood. And I'm just going to use this paper pack for everything. So we got a light bulb with some flowers. I really don't even remember this paper pad. There's just floral. This would be good for a scrapbook page. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Pine trees, maybe. Dots. We got quilting. Oh, shells. Let's see. Bikes. So there's definitely more of those. Okay, so we're going back through. So let's do this. Let's pick first a very background. That could be this. Or that could be just a mat, but we also want to do another background, which could very well be the wood, but I'm thinking let's do something a little different here. Let's maybe this one. This will bring in a lot of the colors. And then let's do a pretty, you know what I think I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do those butterflies, I believe. The blue could be a pretty backing too. Look at that. I mean, there's a lot of them we could use for our backgrounds. I love these. These, I wouldn't use them. I would fussy cut them out and use them that way. Some more toppers. Well, here's another one that could be our background. As a matter of fact, I might even kind of like that better. I do think I want to use the butterflies. Butterflies. This. And then this. Maybe. And then this. I don't think so. One of them's not working. I don't think we want the plaid and stripes together, so maybe I need something besides the plaid. Unless it was a plaid that matched better. Oh, this could be pretty. But the butterflies, maybe not. Maybe not that with the butterflies. Here we go with this one again. Here's these. More toppers. What about this one? What about a blue card? Let's do this. And then this, and then this. Or we could change it. Do this, and then this, and then this. That looks better, right? That's what I like. Okay, so let's do these three. And that's all there is. Just go in, pick out some papers. Look, there's the little butterfly things. Okay. I might end up using that on something. Give him a paper trimmer, so you can take the little strips off and save them because you might want to use them for something. So I'm gonna cut this to 5x7 and we'll do the card topper and then we'll make the blanket. Go from there because this should be pretty quick. So we're gonna go just under the 5. So I think it's gonna go quick, but you know, I often think that, and then it's not. So five by 7, and make sure you have the stripes going the way you want them. I didn't really pay attention and just did them because I know that I've got this coming up, and I don't think it really matters which direction that's in. So see, that's gonna look just fine. So then what do I want behind that one? What size do I want behind that one? I'm gonna go 4 3/4. And then if I change my mind, I can trim it down. But I usually do the 1/4 down because if I change my mind, like instead of cutting this, I'm gonna take this off because maybe we'll use that. We never know. Oh wait, let me do it this way. If I go this way, I can leave it on. Okay, 4 3/4. So if I change my mind and want a bigger, I can come back later and make this smaller. 4 3/4 and 6 3/4. And of course I'm doing a 5x7. And then I want the butterflies up. So this time I am going to take this off because I'm going to be cutting from top to bottom. Just in case I want to use that. So I'm gonna do this, let's see, 4 3/4. So now I'm gonna do 4 1/2. By 6 1/2. I'm gonna do a little bit over 6 1/2. Because of the perforation at the top, I want to cut that down. So 6 1/2. Just like there. Oh, I just left myself enough. Ooh. Not quite enough. Thought I had plenty. 6 1/2. So I'm just going to come up a little bit. It's going to be a little bit shorter than that, which is going to mess up my mat, so I can come and take a little bit off the other side if I want. But I don't think it's going to be enough to really matter. Now let's have a look and see what we think of them all together. So that's very small. So it'll go like this. And I think I like that way that looks. I could have maybe done the butterflies more, kind of where the full ones are more centered. But there's a little bit trimmed off, just not quite as much. But I still think that's all right. So this is some close matting. For some reason, I didn't think it was that close. Did I do my calculations wrong? Is my brain off today? Because it seemed like... You want to gut some of this paper? You can do that. I normally don't. I'm always worried that it's going to feel like that. That's way not right. I'm always worried what was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. Distractions, okay. So it doesn't want to move anymore now. So what I would do is put the bigger piece at the top and the smaller at the bottom. And then this will go on here. Like that. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Now I remember gutting it. I always worry that if I gut it, you're going to be able to tell. Now, I know a lot of people do it and it's not an issue. And so it's just something in me that says if I gut out that middle, you're going to know it. So I just don't do it. Like I said, I know it's just something in me. But, you know, we are who we are. And we all have our own little quirks and things. You remember when I made this one? And this paper just come right off of here. It just came right off. Now that I've used the other tape, and this is not the Crafter's Companion Tacky Glue. This is the Sizzix one. The Sizzix, I think they call it quick dry. So, see, this one was made with this glue, but it's just that one corner. Anyways, I did want to show you that. So, now we have the cutouts that we can choose something from. Put that away. Or we can pick a square. We can use a bigger square. Honestly, what I really want to do with this one is just because I like this paper so much, I just want to take like a sentiment. Let's see what we got. Best wishes. Yeah. So we got best wishes. And I'm gonna mat it on the blue. But first, I think I'm going to add some ink or something to it so it's not so stark white. Yeah, it's very white. And what we might be able to do, honestly, I doubt it. I don't know, but we're gonna see if we can just use one of these and just get some color off of it. Not on this one, we're not. Not from that one. All I really want to do is just get some of that white off. It doesn't look like I'm going to get anything from these. So, let me see if I can find. Oh. Here's some shimmers. I'm going to use this paper. I normally don't, but I don't want that much ink on there. I just want... See, you wouldn't think there was that much ink on there, would you? Sometimes it's surprising. I just want to add a little color. And you can use whatever color you want. I just thought the blue would be good, but now I'm wondering if I shouldn't have used blue because I was going to use the blue backer. I mean, it still stands out, but what if I used this one instead? Yeah, I think that works. And I'm just gonna glue it down and then trim it out. Again, Jane, thank you for the sentiments, because you can see that I am certainly using them. They make life a lot easier. You can use your paper trimmer. I think it's missing something, and so I'm wondering about the band I took off. Here's one that could go like from there to there, and I could just do that. That's good for me. So I'm going to trim it up a little bit. Let me just cut some of it off. And I'm just going to cut along. Since this is lined, it makes it a little easier. I'm just getting that perforated top off. Okay. And put that to the side, and I think that's gonna work. Might be too much glue. Actually, I think I did pretty good. Sometimes we don't give the Sizzix glue enough credit. It's a good glue when we put it in the fine bottle. Okay, my cut's not quite straight there, but it's pretty decent. There's the topper. Let me get the card blank made, and we will be done with the card. Okay. Okay, so it needs to be 10 by 7. So I'm going to go to the 7 first. And then I'm going to go to the 10. when that 7 seemed like nothing and this 10 feels like really long. But it does have to be folded, so. Now it needs to be scored at 5 if you have the score. Mine is not handy. I'm not going to pull it out. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. And I'm going to bring it over. And I want to line up all of the edges. Checking my corners. Checking my corners. And working my way out, holding it down. Burnish it. There we go. And then this will go on here. And with it being best wishes, it could be for a lot of things, right? A lot of things. I mean, it could be wedding. It could be just a lot of things. I don't like my cards real stiff, and this feels pretty stiff. So I'm just kind of loosening my paper a little bit. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I don't always do this when I'm doing a video, but for some reason this one feels especially stiff. And maybe that's why I should be gutting my papers, right? You can see where that cut a little crooked. But it's not going to show. I wonder if this glue is what does this, makes it stiff. Maybe we need to compare glues and see if they do. If some just makes it stiffer. I know some people like their cards stiff like that, but I don't really care for that. I don't mind. I never notice when I get them, but when I'm making them, I do, and I'm like, no, this is stiff. That's not gonna work. So, uh-oh, that needs to come down. Uh-oh. And now the glue doesn't want to let it go, and it's really not good here. I hate doing this, but I'm going to do it. I am going to come in, line it up, and trim away. I don't mind trimming it if it's crooked after I cut it. I just don't like doing it when the topper's on it. See, I have a feeling that's gonna be really bad. If I try to cut the rest of that off, what is this stiff paper sticking on here for? All right. There we go. Just like that. And I think we need to do another one. And I think I might do it with the same papers. And because I love those papers all together for some reason. They just strike me as very nice together. Those, yep, I think so. So, let's do this first. Need to see how white it is. is it 7? Just. And I want to go a little bit smaller. I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller, honestly. That's what I'm going to do. And 10. Hopefully this. No, this is my topper. 5. This is not my blank. So I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller. Okay. Oops. The other one, right? So 7. But let's do 6.5 here. And then 5. No, 4.5. Let's do some bigger. Yeah, let's do some bigger matting on here. And then let's do this. What did I do? Yeah, I did a 1/2 inch, so I'm gonna go 4 by 6 on this one. So we want to go this way, 4. Should I center it again or leave it? Let's just leave it, because that kind of looks okay anyways. I like it. So we're just going to leave it to chance. 4. And I'm going to take this off the bottom by 6. That way I don't have to worry about that perforation. So 4 by 6. And now the other colors stand out more, right? Look how that orange looks on there. It looks really nice. So let's look at our toppers and see what we have. How about that one? I believe in you. Every day. I love you. You grow, girl. Everything can be better. Make time for fun. Hip, hip, hooray. See the good. I'm gonna go with the leaf. I like the leaf. So the way I'm gonna do it is back this bun here. Make sure that's lined up. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you do want it, your line straight perfect, but it doesn't have to cut perfect here, because as long as you leave, you don't want green showing there. In other words, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I need to take the perforation off. So we'll do that. And here's our topper. And now, do we want to do something to our topper? Do we want to back it with, say, the blue? Or now when I do this stripe, I want to make sure the stripe is running the right way. And I think the stripe is going to be the one. See there? I like that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use a Sizzix glue and see if it's not as stiff. I'm going to use the Sizzix glue in all of it. But it's a quick dry, so it's not going to give us the wiggle room. The wiggle room, wiggle time. Okay, it is giving me, I thought it needed to come this way, but it doesn't. Okay. So that, and then we want this, or I want this. I like being able to see that these background papers a little more with this. I'll show you the comparisons here. Look at that. Even just this far, they look the same but different, right? Just because we changed the size of our mats and layers. Hope that's lined up well, I hope. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue this on here and pretty much put it right smack in the middle. And I probably don't want that much border on this part. I don't think. But I do want to make sure that the paper is running the same way. And for this, because it's a little bigger, I don't want to try cutting that straight so much, so I'm going to bring it over and use my paper trimmer. If I err a certain way, I want to err in the size of larger, not smaller. And this is a little bit bigger down here. But if I still have some wiggle, no, I don't. I might still just leave it that way. No, I better take some off. Just a tiny bit. Such a tiny bit. I worry about my paper cutter doing it. Okay. And that's going to be a different card. Now, if you make cards sets, you could make 4x6 cards with one sheet of paper with a 4x6. Is that right? 6x6, yeah, 4x6. Topper, this part. You could do 4 if you did just them 4x6. If you do it this way with the bigger size, you're not going to get them out of there. But if you do the Anna Griffin technique, you can, yeah, you can get 4 out. I don't understand the way that works. To me, it's baffling that you can get that and end up with a little piece when it's 12 by 12 paper. How do you end up? I do not understand it. You know, 5x7 and 5x7 is 12. So how do you end up with a piece in the middle? I don't know. So there are our 2 cards, and I think they're very pretty. You could do this with a lot of cards. If you have toppers that you've gotten somewhere else, you know, you can do it. This has got to go on a card link. Let me get another piece of paper. Okay, so and then when I go to put it on, we'll see if it's stiff. We'll see if the other one's stiff too, the second card. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 10 first. 10. By 7. Do y'all think I'm losing it? Am I losing it? I was looking for the blade, and the blade was right there. Okay, I'm gonna line up the corners. Line up my corners. Okay. And burnish it with anything. It really doesn't matter. Just burnish it and get it snug in there. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's still stiff, not quite as stiff as the other one was, but it is still stiff. And this might be a little bit too big on here. And I'm gonna have to line it up on this edge. All right, so make sure this opens. All right, look at how crooked I did. I'll fix it. Move it this way a little bit. I think it was my card blank was not good. I did it really quick. There we go, 2 cards. Can we do something with this if we still wanted to? Yes. We can always add something to it. But I like it like that, just the pretty. Maybe I don't. Now that I'm looking, maybe that's just not quite good. Maybe I need something else on there. No, I'm gonna leave it like that, I think. Maybe a butterfly, just a butterfly on here. Maybe a butterfly. I'm making this last longer than it needs to, huh? What color butterfly? How about a green one? Not normally big on green, but let's do a green one. And then I'm not gonna cut it out super fine because of the antennas. So I'm gonna leave room. I'm gonna leave white space around it. Off-white. Just a little indent here. No, but it could go there or there. I don't know. Now, because of this one, it's making me think about this one, even though I thought this one was perfectly fine a minute ago. No, I actually thought it was very pretty a minute ago. I will put that butterfly on there. just put it there. All right. All right. There we go. All right, everybody. If you like my videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye now.